morning. All set? Is there anyone who recently joined this group? Let me know. Hey Pratik, ask other to join. Good morning, Mani. Oh, what about your interview? Good morning, Pratik. Any difficulty you are facing during your interview? And what types of questions you are getting? If you have that details, at least if you want to share with teams, maybe it's good for everyone. Maybe by tomorrow I will try to, actually I didn't get much time to get more details, but we will discuss like how to crack interview, the basic things, basic questions. Correct, correct. So at least for initial level, if you are a fresher, good morning. Uh, can you type your name if you are new here? Mudukapalli. You are from which location? Yeah, that's great. Hey, Tushar, good morning. Just asked him to join quickly. I know some location today is holiday due to that Good Friday festival, right? One minute. Subham, can you ask team to join quickly? Because Ashwini, good morning. Any other? Hey, just try to join quickly here. Okay, meanwhile, let me share my screen. So, do you have anything to discuss before starting new topic? I hope you covered all those your query, whatever we discussed yesterday. Yes, or you have any doubt? First of all, have you tried all those scenario? Those are the basic one, but at least you should know. Because if you are facing any issue, any challenges, then only you will come to know like how to achieve those scenario. And I'm trying to share all those scenario whatever we have real time requirement. So it's better you have to implement all those query. So have you tried? Even if it is not going outside, you should have that option. You can see those record in the associated record. Either it is pending send, either it is but it will create a record in dynamic crm. You have to check that part. Once we will talk about the server side synchronization, the email router configuration, when it is working, what is the purpose of those configuration, then you will come to know when or how it's work. But at least the requirement, whatever condition we have discussed, we have to come up. Okay, so let's not wait other things. If you are facing any issue, just let me know, because that is the reason we are here as a live session. Otherwise I can record my session and I can share with you. If we are here live, so we have to utilize that time. It is not like because I'm recording and I'm uploading that session, you cannot utilize that uh, you know uh, flexibility, or that you all have that level of flexibility. If you have anything, you can real time ask, like in day to day basis we are discussing in our live class. This is our environment, the test environment, trial environment. So hope you understand the basic automation part. Once we will cover the automation task related to Power Automate, then we will come to know the purpose of Power Automate. Here we have some limitations, like in the process level, process action, we have some limitations. Even if you want to, prepare something related to the interview level, so it's better you can go for any AI agent and you can list down all those limitations here. But for any understanding anything related to this particular feature, the flexibility, whatever we have in the native workflow, that we can understand. So now you have understand what we can do with the help of this Power Automate, this native workflow. I just open. I already explained you all those scenario yesterday, but we will quickly revise all those items here. If there are some new candidate here who is looking for new responsibility, new things to be added into their skill set, so try to use this learning session. If you are new here, you have to go to the live watch list here, and you can start from module 1, and one by one you have to complete all those content. Understood? For new candidate, new resource who are using this session as first time, or they recently joined. Okay, let's try to use this existing workflow whatever we have created yesterday. So here you can see I have flexibility to add different conditions. So what is the condition that we can add here? So if you want to add some specific condition here, for example, condition is like I want to send email for if a record status is specific stage. If record status, or I want to send that email content for a specific country. So if suppose we have country region, if we are selecting like if it is related to, or if it is a whatever condition like we are adding here. So suppose if it is related to India. So what types of information or email I need to send? So suppose I need to send one email for a specific stage. So I can add those specific condition also. Like here for India region only, I can send this email notification, whatever I want to send. So suppose if I want to add a else condition here. So I can add that conditional branch. Here, the conditional branch is not coming. So likewise here even I can add different conditions also, and even I can add parallel branch also here. Mostly we are not utilizing this power auto this flow till the time we are utilizing power auto here. So default action. Okay. So here we have that conditional branch, like we can add multiple conditions also here. And even here we have two options. We have before step, we have after step. So if you want to perform any action before even doing this particular stage, so you can add that particular condition into before and add step. That is also one flexibility you can use. And also if you want to add some custom action, so these are the custom action. So if so suppose if I have registered a custom action code and I want to call that particular one, so I can even create that custom action from here. But I will let you know whenever we are starting our development part from a plugin and all. So if I'm going to explain that one at this stage, you are not able to understand that one completely. So we'll cover those condition later. Okay. So any doubt, anything? Otherwise, I can start the BPF part. So it is an activity entity, write that email record under lead entity. Yeah, Vani, you are asking something. It is an activity entity, right? Yeah, email activity is a activity under that activity section. Okay, so let's try to create a BPF. What is BPF here? BPF is a unified interface, or we can say a step by step process to complete one activity. So even I told you last time as well, suppose this is very important things you should understand. So now I have a process to complete one activity. Like process means suppose I have to complete my activity, or I have to complete lead, or any lead management, we can say. Lead management, what is lead management or opportunity management or maybe quote management? So lead management means starting information from whatever we are having, either very basic information to completing that request. If I'm talking about completing, it could be successfully won or successfully maybe we can reject that particular requirement. Suppose what is lead in dynamic CRM? Lead is nothing, a person who may buy our product. May means could be he can interested into our product, maybe he may go for another product if maybe due to any budget constraint, maybe the features that he is looking for. But anyone who may buy our product, that is called lead in our system. So what level of lead we have in CRM, like what types of information? Basic information like name, email ID, mobile number, and maybe uh, we can maintain geographical location so that we can initiate. So to complete that particular requirement here, so we can divide lead management into certain step or stages. So first stage we can divide. B means as a organization. It could be different way to handle this particular lead management, but what types of process we are doing here. So first, suppose in first stage here, what we have here, so here in lead level, we have certain step here, qualify. If this particular customer, whatever we have, if it is related to existing one, existing account, purchase time frame, estimated budget, all those information we will identify in this particular qualify stage. So we divided this lead management into four stages: qualify, develop, purpose, propose, and close. So first stage we can divide qualify, develop, propose, and close. So what it mean here? Every process either that lead is related to our system, we have to go for those four stages. Each and every stage we have certain step. So in qualify stage, we have certain information that we have to collect from customer. In this particular stage, we have to collect some information from the customer, and in this particular information, we have to share some information from the from our side to the customer. And in this particular stage, we have to take a decision. So in that manner, we are doing this activity in such a manner so that we can close our requirement. Got it? So likewise, this is for lead level. Maybe for another system, for other existing process in opportunity, we may have certain different stages. So here we may have different steps to complete here. These are related to opportunity because we are qualifying this particular one from complete process from lead to opportunity. So that complete BPF we are initiating from lead level and we are closing here for lead to opportunity level qualification. Similarly, maybe we can propose our BPF in employee master. Do we have any BPF here? No, right? So this particular one we have created as a new entity. So likewise, let me try to build a new BPF so that we can complete our process here for that employee master. You are with me or I'm getting confused? BPF will work on the single form only. Work on the single form only in the sense uh, we are not attaching any BPF in a form, but we can add multiple BPF in a same entity, and we can define or we can add different form based on our different record types. For example, we cannot add any BPF for a entity, form. But suppose in opportunity or if employee master, I want to create two different BPF. So in different BPF, in which particular form I need to open that particular BPF, I need to take a decision. Suppose if employee type equal to contractor, I need to open another form. If it is permanent, I need to open different BPF and different form. So here I need to take a decision. So if it is a contractor type, I need to open different form. If this is a permanent, I need to open a different form. So I don't have any option like I can even attach that one into the form level. But if I am adding form based on that some different condition, so maybe similarly I can open the different BPF based on the record type. I need a condition to open that particular or for assignment for a BPF. Understood? Okay, so let me try to create a new BPF here. How to create a BPF? I hope you understand. To automate our process, we use workflow Power Automate, but to smooth line our complete process here, we are using BPF. So 1 minute, I am selecting here. I'm creating a new BPF. Here, employee master. Here, name here. Suppose employee master BPF. So I'm creating this one. So this will open a new UI related to BPF. Open it. Today is Friday. March is completed. We may have new assignment, new alignment, maybe after year ending. So you have to be very careful about it. Open it. Sometimes it is taking more time. Open it. Now finally opened. So I will try to create a very initial information here. Suppose initialization. So here we have sub or identify. Okay, so apply here data field. Suppose I want to ask. So data field like nothing. So suppose I will show you here. So what types of information we need to add here in the data field. So I'm adding. So first I have added information. I have defined this particular initialization stage like this is qualifying stage. So I have defined this qualifying as initialization and now I'm adding those field right in my BPF. How to add those one that I'm telling you. So here in the strap level. So now name, do we have that name field? Yes. Okay, so here we can define either it is a either this field is non-mandatory in system. We can make it mandatory in this particular stage. So I can add it here name. What happened? apply. Then I want to add some more data field. One more field I not want to add here. Name, maybe father name. Yes, father name also required. So now we have initialization stage, two information, name, father name, and at least one more I want to add here. I want to add here mobile number, right? We have mobile number. Yes. Maybe email ID we can ask, but let's try to save it. Okay. Let's try to create one more step stage. So that stage is array. Even I can use cut and copy paste even. Stage I am adding here. Stage here is suppose category I want to develop. I want to develop this particular information. Under this one, I need to add some data field. Data field, whatever I need to get some information here. Maybe here type. Where is employee type? Do we have type, category or account type? No, I don't want to add. Where is that account type? Employee type. Okay. Employee type, I want to get that information. Sequence also we can define here. Okay, let's create one more stage here. Here even I can add condition also. If it is a, but let's create first initial information. Uh, Research. Maybe I can add approval, I can add research, whatever I want to add here. Research here in data field, maybe I can add here bank name, I can add, but we can define different stage also here. I can add here, add the data step here. I have account number कहाँ है? Where is account number? Maybe I can add all those field as mandatory. Let's save it and let's publish it. Let's see how it looks like into the dynamics here. This is very basic step that I'm trying to create. Maybe in last stage we can add close, right? So let's do that part. Close. Oh, that stage will be close. And here maybe employee type. Quantity maybe we are asking here and we can close that part. Okay, saving. Here I need to save it. I need to, this is very basic. Here close, close, saving, and now activate. So let's see how it's look like in dynamic CRM. We can do some more R&D, more research on this one, but this is how we are creating a BPF. Any doubt meantime? What happened? Are you facing similar issues? Sometimes are you getting irritated? Finally activated, and then we'll see how it's look like. Now go to employee master. Now try to create a new record. Wow, this is new BPF. Either here you can see, either here that some of the field may be non-mandatory. Okay, let's try to fill this one. Maybe Deepak. Any other information? DOV. DOV is today. That's great. But let's try to save it. This is the this record we have created. I'm trying to use this one, and maybe Rohan, and then we can save it. So like now we are having all those information here in this particular one, and then we can take a decision here, and we have to follow all those steps across all the record. Here you can see, hey, why this particular BPF is not adding here, because this record is created earlier, but whatever information here we are having, so it will work only for record those record who are created later, whenever you have this particular record created, BPF is created. If you want to add BPF to the old record in the prior one, that maybe you have to do some data fix as part of adding those BPF into the other activity. So looks like you can add different conditions here, like even in this particular stage here, if you need to define this particular one, and here you want to add all those stage here. So you can define your process, and your company, your all the representative, all they have to follow the same process to complete this particular process, right? So this is very basic BPF. Here you can add multiple things. You can add different logic here. You may If you want to add some business rule also, you can add those business rule even inside the BPF also. So that level of work, even some of the action before adding into the stage, you can add those action before exceeding, like if you are moving into next stage. So that also you have some option. You can write some logic and even you can call that action also. Any question? Anything? If you have anything to ask, you can discuss here. Otherwise, we can go ahead for the content that we have to cover. So triggers and action. We already covered all those points yesterday. Conceptual, fundamental, identification, structure, application here. Suppose what is automation here? You understand this one very clearly. We already covered all those points, like when we have to do automation. Automation is a strategy used use of technology to perform tasks without manual or human intervention. Efficiency, elimination, manual, repetitive efforts, connectivity, link, between different systems, even different environment also. Suppose you also can do automation, like suppose you have a .NET based portal. You want to integrate your .NET based portal, like lead integration with dynamic CRM. So suppose if someone try to reach you, if you are, suppose here we are providing, suppose as a company, if we are providing the CRM implementation, or someone try to reach to implement dynamic CRM from our website. So they are trying to reach, like, hey, can you give us those particular demo, or you can give different level of your proposal here, and they want to reach. So there is a initial level of communication. We can directly integrate from our .NET based portal to dynamic CRM. So here, what we can do with the help of here workflow here, auto email notification, real time data updates, structure approval process also we can do. What is a trigger? So triggers, like when we have to do some activity, that is called trigger. You mostly heard, if I don't want to use that word here. So have you understand the trigger in gun? So if you are pressing a trigger, so something is happening. So the trigger point is defining, like what to do, when to do. If there is a trigger, what is a trigger here? So to perform any action, we need a trigger point. So there are certain triggers are available in dynamic CRM when we can add any action. So if you have a trigger point, it means if you have a trigger in a gun, so if you are pressing that trigger point, then what will happen? It will shoot a, you know, it will, it is doing some action, like under that particular gun process there are some points, like if we are pressing a gun, it is releasing internal logic and then it is performing a action. So similarly here, if there is a trigger point, so we may have some internal logic to perform any action. Similarly, if we have different triggers, so what types of trigger we are having? When a record is created, when a record is updated, that is also a trigger. When an email is received, we have a trigger. When a user click a button, that is also a trigger. So we should understand how many triggers we have in a form when we can trigger our logic. So first you should know how many trigger we have. Then only you can decide, like where when we have to write that particular logic. So first you have to identify the trigger point. So if someone say, hey, I want to send an email, so you have to ask, hey, what is the trigger point for that? So they said, oh, what is trigger? So you tell me, if a record is creating, then I need to send an email. If a record is updating, I need to send an email. When so you should understand all those trigger points first. We may have different types of triggers. Maybe automated trigger, instant trigger, or manual trigger, scheduled trigger. So automated triggers means like we have different automated trigger points. When a record is created, when record is updated, when email is received, when a user clicks on a button. So and even there is a instant trigger. Suppose if I want to perform a action, so maybe I don't have any trigger point. I can run that particular logic. So that is called manual trigger. Or we can have you seen that particular option in the flow level? Where is flow? Let me tell you one more thing. We are here. Just open it, man. Sometimes it's become like a pupa. Here you can open this record. So you can see there is a on-demand process. If you added this particular chat box, so you can call this particular similar action whenever you want to, run this process. So let me close this one. Any activated flow. So suppose this one. I want to deactivate first so that you should understand. I want to make this flow as on-demand flow. So what is the difference here and how to utilize this one? If I want to run this flow, suppose I need to send some notification on create of, lead record. But this flow I have created just now. But I can see there are, 10,000 lead record already created into the system. So those user may miss those notifications. So how to perform that action? Because I we have to send that notification whenever a record is created. Because record are already created. Now what to do? Now what you can do? Tell me. Can you do or can you run those logic whenever because record are already created? Yes, we can. How? Oh, this particular one, I need to run that logic because I have created this particular flow as on demand. So what I can do, I can select or record. So I have that flexibility, like I can run on demand. Do we have that option here? Otherwise, we can utilize advanced find. Do we have that option? Lead. Otherwise, what we have to do, here is our God mode, level up. These are the extension that you should know how to use those extension. So, okay. application, advanced find, advanced find, advanced find. Let's see if we have that option. We have an option like we can execute our flow as on demand, and even we have a flexibility to run our flow on demand from the XRM toolbox also. I will give all those information. Don't worry, but at least actually we have less time. Here, where is flow, start, workflow here. If you have to run all those flows, so here you can see all the on demand workflow. Here you can list down if you have marked any flow as on demand, so you can run this flow for multiple record as well. Multiple record means though we have written this particular logic on create of record, but I can see we are little late. We can see there are so many record are already available. Then how to apply that logic into the existing record. So this is not like the only one scenario, but we may have that level of scenario. So we can define that flow as a on demand and we can run from here, and this information or this flow will execute all the existing flow. So likewise we can define our manual flow as well. So that's what I just want to showcase, like what types of activity we can perform as manual or instant flow. So this is scheduled flow. Scheduled flow is used like if I want to perform any logic. I want to perform any logic, like what types of logic when we have that scheduled flow. Suppose there are some activity I need to schedule on hourly basis, or maybe I don't have that flexibility. Like if I have a situation, we have two types of information like integration. Suppose I will give you some. It is taking some time, but I just want to spend that time for better understanding. Suppose we have some scenario. We need to sync some data from another environment. Another environment means this is CRM and this is .NET based application or any website portal. .NET based portal. If I need to get some data from here, so we have two options. Like whenever a data is created into this environment, that data directly sync to the dynamic CRM automatically. So whenever a record is created, it will sync into dynamic CRM. That is called real-time sync. Real-time sync, whenever that record is created here, it will sync into system. Real-time sync. If the record is created from .NET based portal to CRM only, that is called one-way sync, one-way real-time sync. But if that record is created from .NET to CRM and there are some information updating from CRM and it is back updating to the .NET based portal as well, so that is called real-time sync, both-way integration, two-way integration, or both-way integration, we can say, because whatever information we are getting, it will sync into the dynamic CRM. So this is first information. This is from here, and sometimes this information is from here. Okay, it is not accepting. It is saying, hey, there are something which is I'm not expecting here. Now what to do? Okay, let's remove it. So now what to do here? Nothing. I hope you understand it. it is not accepting. So that is one way integration. This is called two way integration and real time. And there is another situation like business say, hey, we need some information from .NET based portal, but we don't want that information like what whenever this information is creating here, we have to get that information daily basis. You can do one thing, whatever information from morning to evening, suppose 1,000 record they are creating in night time, or 10,000 record is creating in night time, you can sync all those information, uh, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. IST, 7 p.m. IST, you can sync everything. 7 p.m. IST, like some banking domain, they are syncing all those information one time. They are saying, hey, that we are syncing our data to the server, banking server portal. Our server is down. We are not doing anything. So that is called scheduled or one-time sync. Daily basis, they are syncing. That data will sync from this environment to this environment. That is called scheduled sync. It could be single one-way sync. It could be two-way sync. So sometimes we have to run a scheduled flow to perform any action on daily basis. So suppose there are some activity you have to perform. For example, you have opportunity level, you have child level, you have opportunity course amount, OPPQUOTE amount at the opportunity level. So if you have 10,000 opportunity, you have created one custom field here, maybe in opportunity dash opportunity, you have to calculate some information from child level opportunity to parent level, but you have not created a roll up field. You have to update those information on daily basis. So maybe here you have 12, you have 15 information, you have 20, and you have maybe 250, and you have to sum up all those information and you need to update that information maybe here, like you are doing here in the formula field. So you have to do this activity on daily basis, maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or 10 o'clock. For all the activity or all the opportunity level, you have to perform similar logic. So you can write a console or you can write a Power Automate where you have to execute, you have to sum up all those information and you need to save it here in the parent level. That level of activity you can do with the help of scheduled flow. Hope it's clear. Yeah, this extension is we are using. Hope it's clear for everyone. Or okay. So here schedule type we already explained here, or action automation, like what to do. We have a action here. So action what, like on which particular trigger what to do. That is called action here. Workflow integration, form submission, database record creation, reaching. So these are the different internal logic we can perform. Trigger, condition, action, loop, and condition. We can do logic conditions, leave approval. So similar we can achieve with the help of all those one. So BPF we already did this particular activity here. So let me know if you have any query. Otherwise we are good to go. Do you have anything? Otherwise I have to go. Thank you, everyone. Try to create some BPF from your end so that you have some hands-on experience. Try to get all those query like real-time BPF sample from any AI agent and try to implement that one. But it's very necessary. You have to do practical example. Otherwise, there are so many places where you can find similar information, but it's very, very important part. You have to do some practical uh, example, then you can understand completely. You can go through the first video and you can get it. Maybe if someone can help him to get this particular one, can you paste your name, full name? Test environment, maybe team can help you. Sudhir Kumar, okay, good. You are from? Oh, great, great. Okay, team can help here. Maybe they can share their personal information like this. Yeah, yeah, he can, she can, money can help you regarding that trial environment. You can connect maybe separately, or maybe you can exchange your information, and maybe you can discuss even in the group if you are part of that particular group. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time. Have a great time. We are here to help each other. Thank you so much.